Hello people off the internet. Today we're going to unpack the Reactive Outdoor 10-man tent. Let's give it a go. Apparently it's supposed to be super easy because it's inflatable. Let's just see how easy that is. Handy pocket knife. It'll be just my luck that I cut the bloody thing. I did that with a sunscreen that we have in the motorhome. Cut the bloody thing. That's as far as I'm going to go with this thing. It comes in its own bag. So this is completely first impressions. Reactive Outdoor. Now it doesn't have zips, which is great. So it's purely strap based. You know when you get a tent and you can never get it back in the bag because the zip never shuts? Well, they've actually thought about that. So the bag is quite generous and you just put it in and it straps tight. And then we've got this to keep it sort of. I think that's genius. I've had many a massive tent and it hasn't worked out well trying to put it away. So let's get this opened up. I can feel 10 pegs. There's 10 pegs in here. And then it's got its destructions on the inside. Genius. So let's take it out the bag. No. Extended 60-day money-back guarantee. Ultimate 15 camping meal guide. Printable, so it gives you some ideas on what to cook. Little QR code to scan on there. So this is the tent itself. More straps. Completely independent of the tent. Let's put that down there. Let's roll it out. There's a tarp in there, so to protect the base of the tent, to give it more life, but we're on grass, a little bit damp to be fair. And what fell out, which I didn't notice, is the battery. So this is USB-C chargeable, handy little connector. It even has a little free tent repair patch because obviously being inflatable. And that's basically the battery that pumps the tent up. Let's get this unfurled, shall we? As I say, we're not going to use the tarp in this instance. Remembering how to undo this and redo it back up. So, always remember how to pack them first. So this obviously was half that way, and then we're going to unfold it that way. Spread out. That's just the middle bit. Right, so we've got guide ropes on each of the four corners, and we've got the power valve battery pack going here, which is secured and covered with a Velcro cover. So we've obviously got the valve if you want to go old school and pump it up that way. So I'm going to close that off and cap that off. So if there's an issue with your battery pack, or you lose it, that'll be disastrous. And that's the on switch. Battery goes in there, pump power on. Let's go get the battery. Now I haven't charged this, and there's no warning or indicator to see how much power is in it, and you can't push anything to get a reading on it. So let's just give it a go. We have the battery, we have the, push it in, that's it. Let's push the on switch. Well, it's doing something. Definitely feel the air getting around it. there's another valve over here. That's not going to help. So we've got 2 exit valves. Let's just check the corners for more valves. There's an intake here as well, for you to put power into it if you want to run, like if you're on a campsite and you have hookup. There's a little hole there. A little outdoor vent here. Yeah, you can feel the beams starting to pump up. Another moisture vent at this side. Let's say we've been going for about 3 minutes. Let's put the stopwatch on this actually, and we'll add the stop. I will add the 3 minutes. Yeah, we're getting a bit of movement now. And there's also a power socket inlet here as well on this side. Oh, we are rising. 4 minutes. Right, let's give you a bit of information on this, shall we? So when this is fully inflated, it has a 7-foot tall inside height thing going on, which is great, so there's no bending or crawling about. Waterproofing is guaranteed up to 3,000 millimeters with its fully taped and sealed seams. Exciting. And windproof tested up to 40 miles an hour, so make sure that you are tying it down. Obviously I'm not doing it in this video, this is purely for just a setup. Plenty of room inside for and loads of space for loads of gear. I might go in here, just give the beams a push. Oh, this is epic! The fucking size of it! I'm going to say that's up. Let's turn this off. I would say that is up. So as you can see, there's an entrance on this side, big window, an entrance on this side. Now I'm not pinning it down today, this is just purely an exercise in what this could do. So we've got closable windows and we've got the roll up bits here, so you can actually roll them down. Alright, so you got the little strap on the other side and you just feed that through. But that's it, and then when you want to go to bed at night, just zip it up. 50-50. I love zips like that. Same again on the other side, so you got plenty of sort of light coming in. The roof is protected, it also has fly nets on there, and you can roll them back. Oh, they've got little like push outs, so they're actually pushing the vent to get, you know, so it stops the top part of it, these things, so it creates a little bit of an opening automatically, but that will help you keep the vents off the top, stopping condensation, because you want airflow out. Now let me just put you at the far end. This isn't on wide angle, by the way. Yeah, now I can see why this is a 10 Manta. This is definitely got great capacity for people. The other thing I can find is pockets for your devices. So you've got the power coming in, so you've got an inlet socket allowance there, so if you're on a campsite and they do let you hook in, or you've got a generator and you want to keep it outside so you don't, you know, gas yourself to death, you can run the lead in here, which actually comes over the top, so the rain's not going to drip in, and then you can put your mobile phones and your iPads and all that sort of stuff in there. No, but seriously, how class is this? We haven't blown away. Now, as I said, there is a floor tarp to go under this, so you could put that down first, roll this out on top of the tarp if you're on dodgy ground, a couple of stones or what have you, and that will protect the floor from getting cut open and stuff. So that's free. Oh, there's a hook up here as well, so if you've got a light fitting you want to put in here, no problem at all. So light fitting up there. I love it. This is great. If you've got friends coming, pack this up, stick it in your garage in your motorhome, and then you can bring friends and family on your trip with you as well, and they can just stay out. All they have to do is bring sleeping bags, and they'll probably nip in through the night and use your bathroom. But as an additional bit of kit for visitors, this is brilliant. I like the high floor base as well. I would probably get a little mat to go outside to put your shoes on, especially if you're in a sandy environment. Little dustpan and brush, get the sand off the feet before they come in here and clatter it, because I'm a bit OCD like this. Now there are ropes and everything else all attached to the 4 corners to spread it out, and there are also tent pegs. But so far it's a little bit windy here. This is holding its own, and these beams are solid. It's not going anywhere. And that took literally 5 minutes of probably 6 or 7 minutes getting it all unpacked and out. 6 or 7 minutes, you got a tent up, nobody fell out, nobody's running for poles and stuff, and nothing's getting snapped. A little bit of swaying going on, and that's because, as I said, I haven't pinned it down, nor am I going to. Right, let's see how long it takes to put it away, not factoring in the tent pegging, okay? Tent peg aspect of it. Probably shouldn't use the word pegging. Now, I'm just a smidge under 6 foot. That's where this first beam is. You duck in, you're in, and your head doesn't touch the ceiling. You notice that anyway. I probably didn't pick up on it. Isn't this fantastic? That's there. You got your tent pegs in the bag here, everything you need, and your little battery pack holder to keep it. If you do pack it away wet, then you do know that this is going to be safe and sound and not get rusty sitting in a wet, damp bag if it has typically rained. I'll be honest, I've had this tent for 2 weeks. It's the first time I've had a chance to get it outside. Right, let's get this bad boy down, shall we? It's getting windy. Right, so there was a valve on that side and there's a valve on this side. Let's open them both up. How to get this battery out? Oh, battery just simply unplugs. Ooh, violent. Let's do the other one. That was quite immediate. Let's undo this one as well. Now it's in red, this one, I presume. Let me have a look. Yeah, there's no stop valve on it to stop the air coming back out. That was pretty dramatic. Just putting the battery away. Probably put it upside down so I can get this US. Oh, there's 2 patches in here. 2 good patches. All right, let's get that in. Let's get the patches in first. Ah! Fish. Patches, battery, USB charger, stuffed in at the top. Right, that's that done. Let's get on with the rest of it. So we had the interior in the middle. Let's get that in. That's the center spine. Both vents are open. Let's get this all straightened out. So that's this valve here. Also obviously hosts the full pump system. Let's get that in. Are you paying attention to what I'm doing? All the top part of the tent on the inside. Oh, get me steps in. Half over again, this side. That was a mistake because the wind is blowing that way. Joy. And I think for the opposite side, we'll go this way. Oh, it's heavy. We unfurled it that way, so we'll go back the opposite direction. Let's get this started. Guide ropes in. I always find it the tighter you can get it at the beginning, the tighter it will be at the end. That's just air coming out from the roof. So I'm going to loosen these a bit, give me fighting chance. Right, we're on it that way. Strap 2 underneath. Right, that wasn't too bad. Lost a shoe. The tarp. Let's undo this one. The bag. Okay, let's see if all of my heaped praise on the openness of this bag. All right, little tip. There is a tip on this, obviously. Peg the 4 corners before inflating. That would ease the inflation. Right, I'm going to go with the classic over-under. No way is that easy. No. This is... I've been putting up tents for... Oh my God. That's scary. 38 years in some fashion. I've been involved with tents, and this has been by far the easiest to get back in a bag. pump, which I would highly recommend you charge after every use, because I don't know what the lifespan of these are. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Crazy. Reactive Outdoor, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. That was super easy. Should we try a test? I might regret this. Will it go back in the box? No. It's going back in the box. No way. No way. That's back in the box. I mean, it's a bit bloated, but it hasn't been packed in laboratory conditions, but it's in the box, people. That is Reactive Outdoor, top tent. Get one if you love camping, but you don't like the hassle. Now, what they have said is the first 20 people to visit the website, haven't seen this, to get a 20% discount on their first order. There's a code in the description below, and if you've liked what you've seen, there's also a subscription link down below as well. Sign up to that, and I'll be doing a lot more of these sort of reviews and things on bits of kit that are going to be really affiliated to the motorhome market end of things. So if you have liked what you've seen, there's some more videos over here, and then there's going to be a bubble here, so if you click on that, that'll be great. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.